Everybody to the best podcast. You're listening to the best podcast on the planet right now. It is called The Enthusiast, hosted by myself, hosted by the Bradley, the undoubtedly best Phantom, undoubtedly the best Phantom host on the channel, and it is Bradley Kelly. This show is hosted by Bradley Kelly. This show is one of the best podcasts around, and the Enthusiast, in this week's episode of The Enthusiast, Bundaberg's Phantom Art Expedition, I've had a haircut, and I am growing a mullet. Yeah, boys! Okay, the Bundaberg's Phantom Art Expedition is ending soon, and heaps more in this week's episode of The Enthusiast. Yes, you're listening to the best Phantom podcast on the planet. Bradley Kelly has a mullet, and that is so good. Okay, quick fire news this week. Few publications will be releasing on the 1st of February the Phantom issue number 1963, The Fake Jean Lafitte, Bad Blood in Bengala, Part 2. Now, I'm hoping it's Part 2 because I don't even know if there's a Part 2. I don't even know if there's a Part 1. So I'm thinking, has this story already been seen before? Have we already read this story? So I'm hoping it's something new. I'm hoping that because it might be Part 2, it may be that there's a typo error there, or it just could be Part 2, and we might just be reading Part 2. And this story looks to have Anthony Spey interior art, and it is still unknown. It still is unknown what the cover art looks like. And I've got to put it in there. I've got to put it in there. Our tonight's music is brought to you by Smooth Jazz. It is the night New York jazz music, slow piano, and saxy jazz music. Relaxing background music for sleeping, they say. Okay, I'm going to put this in there. How good was the test match between the Aussies and the West Indies? How good was it? It was so good. I watched the entire play. I watched the entire worth of play. I watched the last day of the test match between the Australians and the West Indies on Sunday. It was so good. How good was Shamar Joseph? Just to put a little bit of sport talk into this podcast, which sometimes we do. How good was Shamar Joseph, taking 7 wickets? He took 7. Let me get my fingers right. He took 7 wickets off like 60 odd. Like 7 wickets off 60. He took the last 7 wickets to win it for the West Indies. How good was it? Just how good was this test match? Yes, it was a 1-1 draw, but I think West Indies really deserved that win. How good was it? Oh, so good. Okay, so we've also got the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. How good? As good as this show. That's how we roll. I talk about the Phantom, then I throw some sport talk into the show, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Mr. Kelly rolls. And coming up on this week's show, in the creator news, as I said, the Phantom Art Expedition in Bundaberg is ending, featuring work from Shane Foley, Glenn Ford, and Paul Mason. In the publisher news, Hermes Press is publishing a brand new colouring book, The Phantom issue number 11 from Zuberston Comics. Yes, we talked about Flash Gordon last week, and now we're talking about The Phantom from Zuberston Comics is coming very soon. Dolman Editorial in Spain will be releasing Phantom merchandise, hopefully. And the voting for the best 2023 Phantom comics is open, and a Sly Barry classic to appear in the February edition of Zobas of Comics Review. And we have a Phantom Cave announcement. We have a Phantom Cave announcement, everyone. The Black and White Serial Month starts this week, and new video game walkthroughs are coming out right as this moment. Like, obviously I'm just going to take a detour here. I take detours every week, Bradley. You take detours, I take detours, everyone take detours. Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, obviously I found the Flash Gordon serial, which I've been talking about, and it will be coming very, very soon. This week it comes out. On Thursday, actually. Thursday is the 1st of February, so Flash Gordon is coming at you this Thursday, and will be running for the month of February. But I also in the last couple of weeks, I found some old video game walkthroughs of the Phantom 2040 video game that was made like nearly 20 odd years ago. I found the Mega Drive version, and I also found the Game Gear version as well. So they will be coming out. I think one of them came out today, which is very, very awesome. Another one will be coming out tomorrow. And also, obviously, in the last couple of days and the last couple of weeks, I've been making I've been highlighting certain parts of the video that I've made, and then I've turned them into separate videos and separate YouTube shorts. So there's been a heap happening. There's been a heap of those like separate and shorter videos been coming out on the channel. So there'll be, I think, 2 videos coming out from last week's episode tomorrow, so that'll be awesome. There will be the video game walkthrough that is coming out tomorrow, which will be even more awesome. It's getting good, yeah! And before I ramble on anymore, we got the greater news. So, the Phantom Expedition in the Queensland town of Bundaberg, Australia, will soon be coming to an end next month in February. The art expedition has been on since last year in November, and if you haven't been to it, like I haven't been to it, I was very, very, very close to going to it. I was very, very close to going to this Phantom expedition back in November, because I was up in Queensland. I was living it up. I was having a good time, and nothing actually happened. No accidents whatsoever. There was a few, but what can you say? Brad Kelly likes adventure. Probably dangerous ones. Okay, but I was very, very close. The moral of the story is, I was very, very close to seeing this art expedition back in November, and obviously I didn't get to it. Obviously, that's why I haven't been. And Bundaberg, and the art expedition in Bundaberg is soon going to be ending. And if you haven't seen it like I haven't seen it, then it could be something to go to before it ends at the local art gallery in Bundaberg. You normally associate Bundaberg with its Bundaberg ginger beer and its rum, but now there is something to go see whilst it is still there. I personally think it is really good to have. It is really, really, really good to have something Phantom related. So, Bundaberg, it's a small town. Probably not much happens. But its rum and its ginger beer are very, very well sorted and very, very well regarded. But I like to think, I don't think I've been to Bundaberg. But I like to think of Bundaberg is a small town. Normally not much happens in a small town. So when something else comes to a town of that small nature, and when it's different, it may attract more people and the different types of people to go to the art gallery if they're interested in that sort of stuff. and go learn about the Phantom. Go have a look at some Phantom artworks. So go and have a look at some original artworks from different artists throughout the period and throughout the decades. And the art gallery actually features Glenn Ford, it features Shane Foley, it features Paul Mason, and etc. It features a lot of people. It features even features Cy Barry, which he is fantastic. He's fantastic. He's a living legend of the Phantom community. He's a living legend of pretty much the Phantom, and they have original artworks from Cy Barry. So, if you're in Bundaberg, you want to see something different that you don't normally associate with Bundaberg, and you want to go and see something different, go and have a look at the regional art gallery in Bundaberg and just live it up. See some Phantom artworks. If you're interested, go down to your local news agency, if Bundaberg actually has one. Probably does. Most country towns, like a small nature, have a news agency, and go down to your local news agency, pick up a Phantom comic, and get hooked, like I did. Get hooked like I did in 2016. Yeah! But that whole me getting hooked in 2016 and me reading the Phantom and me having all of this and all of that is another story for another time. Let's just say that. It's just another story for another time, and we've got a lot of things to talk about on this show. Before I ramble on and start talking about all this, and all about this, and all about that, and all about this. Okay, you can now watch my show, The Enthusiast, on Anchor and Spotify. The Enthusiast, where the passion for the Phantom and my crazy humour doesn't die. The Phantom doesn't waver. The passion for the Phantom, my crazy humour, my absolutely one of the best humours on planet Earth, doesn't waver. And new episodes weekly on Tuesdays. I will also be putting a link to the podcast in the description down below. So go have a look at it. Tell me what you think, and the craziness will continue. The Phantom. In the publisher news this week, in USA, yes, we're starting off in USA. We're flying into USA. This week, Hermes Press has released a release statement on a new book that will be coming later this year. The book that they will be releasing is a colouring in book. Yes, adult Phantom fans can now get out the Faber-Castell texters or their colouring in pencils and start to colour in a colouring in book. Yes. Nothing to be offended about if you're just an adult and you like your colouring in books, because they're pretty good. They're pretty goddamn good. It's like Finder Words. Finder Words are awesome. Colouring in books are awesome. Match those two together. You got some awesomeness. You got some Phantom awesomeness happening right there. And my music is too loud. Okay, stop rambling on. The book that they will be releasing is a colouring in book, as I've said, and it will be filled with original works of art of the Phantom. And with a US first this week from Hermes Press, you never know what else might be in store and what else might be in the works surrounding the Phantom. Also in USA, Rick Norwood has shared a preview of what Phantom Classic will be appearing in the February edition of Comics Review. And Comics Review is a really, really good comic. If you're in USA, you like your vintage Phantom comics, you love your vintage Phantom stories, Comics Review is a very, very good comic to have. It not only has the Phantom in it, it also has all of these other characters in it, like Maisie Blaze. I think Maisie Blaze is in there somewhere. It has heaps of other things. And I think it has Rick Kirby in there. I think Mandrake the Magician is also in there, and a heap of other characters. A heap of other characters in this comic book series. And it's been going on for a long time. So the story that is included in this classic comic book, in this classic 2024 comic book that comes out in February, is The Treehouse, a classic story by Lee Falk and Cy Barry. The story originally ran from the 18th of February 1980 to the 16th of March 1980. So if you're looking for some more reading material and you want to read it, if you haven't seen much of the vintage Phantom assortments, then if you want to be going to go get a vintage assortment of Phantom comics and Phantom stories, then Rick Norwood is your guy, and Rick Norwood is your guy with the Comics Review comic series. Okay, after USA, we'd like to go on a little vacation, and we'd like to go to Germany. Zobaston Comics will soon be releasing the version of a Phantom comic in Germany with the 11th comic in the new series that started in 2022. And wouldn't you believe it? I interviewed the team at Zobaston Comics in 2022. And it is on the channel, and it's so goddamn good. Don't you like to praise yourself, Brad? Yes, I do. Okay, and then we go from Germany and we fly into Spain. Yeah, we're going very, very well. We're going very, very well in a lot of places. In Spain, the Spanish publisher Dolmen Editorial is planning to make merchandise on the Phantom, and they want the Phantom fans' opinion on what they should make. If you're interested in voting, you can visit this website to submit your vote, and the website will be down in the description box down below to enjoy to your heart's content. So the website is https dolmeneditorial.com that little slash thing, merchandising the Phantom collection sin fronteras. And you can go to that website, you can vote for what you would like to see from Dolmen Editorial, as they will probably be making some more new Phantom merchandise for Phantom fans to get hold of. Okay, after that we turn our eyes to Egmont and the Norwegian countries. We fly into Norwegian, we go into Egmont. Egmont has announced that you now have the chance to vote for what was your favorite Phantom Man comic from 2023. And the voting ends very, very soon. So if you're wanting your vote to be considered, then it's probably a good idea to vote for your favorite Phantom Man comic from 2023. And you can now get 14% off on all things Hermes Press with the code Enthusiast 2022, all in one word. This discount code is going to be very, very helpful if you're wanting to get out the good old coloring in pencils or the good old Faber-Castell textures, and you're wanting to get the coloring in book, the new coloring in book that's coming out by Hermes Press. You can use this discount code to your advantage and get an extra 14% off when you use the code Enthusiast 2022. Whether you're looking at doing some coloring in on a hard afternoon's day, or you're just wanting to relax, there's always something for you at Hermes Press. Always something to find for your Phantom collection, also at Hermes Press. Yeah, it's not... I think Spanish and Germany don't line up, so Zobaston and the Spanish publisher, I've probably just got that wrong. Yeah, how would you be? Spain, Germany, and me getting that wrong is not great. not go. So I apologize for everyone that's in Spain, that's in Germany, for muddling up the Spanish part of this segment. So, my deepest seriousness, deepest considerations to your country, and I apologize for that inconsiderate behavior by me. Okay, in the Phantom, we have a couple of Phantom Cave reviews announcements. This week, the Black and White Serial Month starts with the showing all month long of the 1940s epic Flash Gordon Conquers the Earth serial. As I said earlier, I have found the full game walkthroughs of the Phantom 2040 for the gaming systems, including Mega Drive and the Game Gear version. So a couple of weeks ago, as I said, I found some new walkthroughs to do with the Phantom 2040 game, and one of those walkthroughs, one of those big videos, it's very, very large. One of those videos came out today, and another one of those types of videos that will be going and walking people through. If you haven't played the old 2000s Phantom 2040 video game, there'll be a walkthrough coming out today, and there'll be a walkthrough coming out tomorrow. So that will be very, very awesome. And if you haven't played the Phantom 2040 game, like I haven't even played it. So if you haven't played it, then, and if you want to up a chance on the competition, then they might be of some help. It'll be very, 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 very good. And also, all these walkthroughs are now available in a playlist. Yes, they're available in a playlist. There's 3 videos in all of it, and they are now officially available in a playlist, and it is so good. There'll be more offerings like that coming out in the year. Obviously not to do with the video game, but the 2040 video game, unless I find some more. Well, there will be. There's a new Phantom video game coming out later this year, so there might be some stuff on that as well. So yeah, there'll be there's always new offerings from Phantom Cave Reviews and myself on this channel. So as always, keep informed, keep updated, and we will get into what else is going to be coming to the channel. Okay, you will also see new reviews coming soon, and I've said that before, and there will be some new reviews. I've just been very, very big, massive music festival, so I haven't had really much time to record some stuff. And in the last couple of weeks, and I haven't had the time to record anything yet. And did you play the Phantom 2040 game? If you did, what did you think? What did you like about the game when it came out 20 odd years ago? And if you enjoy Phantom Cave Reviews, then subscribe to see more great videos like this. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, stay safe, and I will be back here next week with another video. See yous, bye!